Hello everyone, this is Darkimo again, and I'll be bringing to you, I believe, week 4, or is that week 5? No, I think it's week 4 of the SDL Season 4. This week we'll be facing the Joliet Lycanrocs, coached by Sarber. Here on Showdown, Sarine Grace. She's a newcomer to the league, and let me just show you her team quite quick. I, again, don't really have time to go over the logic behind the team building. Not really a lot of time into team building this season, unfortunately. I've been swimming in backlog gaming, and honestly, my Pokemon time has been reduced to almost nothing. Between that backlog gaming and my job hunting. So let's see real quick. Drafts Lycanrocs. So as we can see, she's got Magearna, Entei, Galvantula, Tentacruel, Ditto, Cryogonal, Megalarias, Weavile, Hitmonchan, Dusknoir, Rotom Fan. Very threatening team. So we'll be bringing the Snorlax, Lanias, Mega Steelix, Vaporeon, Tornadus Tyrian, and the very important, especially defensive Velcarona for the Magearna. Hopefully my opponent does not think of bringing Hidden Power Rock. We'll have to scout for it. The Z-Move captain on my opponent's team happens to be the Magearna as well, so we'll have to look out for that. Alright, so we're going to send the challenge right now, as I actually have to get going right after this game, so we will not be losing any time. Challenge sent, and hopefully, this will not take too long. So, good luck and have fun, Sarber. Alright, so we're going to go back. As this happens every once in a while. So obviously my opponent did not bring level 50 mons, they brought level 100 mons. League format is played usually most of the time in level 50s. This league is level 50s, it has always been. She's played the other matches in level 50s as well, I believe, so just, brain farts. So yes, the Joliet Lycanrocs, let's go. Accept. I misspelled Lycanroc, but who cares? It's not like the world is going to see my grammar mistakes, am I right? Alright, so I posted the link into the chat room just now, and we're ready to go. Let's see. So my opponent brought the Weavile, Magearna, Tentacruel, Cryogonal, Ditto, which is very smart, and Megalarias. Interesting that they didn't bring Galvantula, but I figure my team is quite slow and I don't really have any good Trick Roomers, so that makes sense. Also, I have very threatening setup mons in the likes of Sanaki, the Volcarona, and of course you'd want something to come in after it boosts up. So that makes sense. Alright. Looking at my opponent's team, and I have a specially defensive Steelix, so that might be able to score some good damage against my opponent's team. And I'm thinking I might want to lead with that, actually. As I expect my opponent to want to lead with Magearna. Does Magearna learn rocks? And if so, that's probably what they're going to lead with. Otherwise, they might lead Ditto in order to set up rocks against me, which would be very smart on my opponent's part. Let's just see if Magearna learns Stealth Rocks. No, wait. Magearna. Bulbapedia, Control F, Stealth Rocks, Stealth Rock, no Stealth Rock. So my opponent did not bring any Rocker, which is weird. So I'm thinking they're going to actually lead with the Ditto in order to set up rocks against me using my own Steelix. So what I'm going to do is actually one-up them on that. What do I not mind my opponent knowing about? I think I don't mind if my opponent knows about Tornadus. And this leads pretty well against everything bar the Weavile. So that's what we're actually going to lead with. As my opponent does lead with the Weavile, which is a bit surprising. I'm not going to lie. A bit surprising, but let's see. Is my opponent going to expect me to be Scarfed? We're going to switch into Kyojin here. If my opponent goes into Tentacruel, they think I'm Scarfed. If they stay in, they think they outspeed me, or they're not scared, or they're sashed maybe. Whichever the case, we're going into Steelix 100% of the time right here, right now. My 220 def should tank even the low kick, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's switch out right now. As my opponent goes for the safe knockoff, that makes sense, that's fine, that's fair. Here I'm just going to go for the... I think I want to go for a Dragon Tail, predicting the Ditto to want to come in. Maybe not the Ditto, he'd be scared of the Earthquake. Yeah, he'd be scared of the Earthquake. What would he go into? Maybe he'd go into the Caragonal, and if so, I'll just go for the Stealth Rocks as he stays in. She stays in with the Swords Dance. Alright. That's interesting. Does low kick, how much damage does low kick do? Let's cog that. Let's cog that right now. Damage cog. Maybe I should have gone for the KO right away. But that was a good play. If low kick kills, in any case. Steelix Mega. Blank set. We have max HP. Not max def, however. Versus Weavile. Is that Life Orb? It's not. So let's just go for OU Life Orb, but let's give it I don't know, anything else. Let's see. +2. And she probably has the low kick. If let's say she was adamant is up to 86%. I'm at 83. So there is a chance my opponent could KO me right now if they're adamant. I think my opponent would want to run Jolly, however, in order to make sure they outspeed the Tornadus. And as such, I kind of want to stay in. So we're just going to go for the Dragon Tail here, and hopefully we won't miss. As my opponent goes for the Swords Dance. Alright, so my opponent got greedy here. Real greedy. And that allows us to just knock them out of the park. Thankfully, otherwise we might have been into big trouble. Had I missed that Dragon Tail right there, this would have been game. This would have been game. So I'm just going to go for the Earthquake on the Tentacruel. As they go for the knockoff, expecting the switch, but I am not scared of the Scald. I managed to land the KO with the critical hit. I am not invested in attack, so this probably mattered. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sarbear, but we take those. As this comes in, it has the balloon, which screws me over quite a bit. But at least we know it's not Z-move. Alright, so this probably means my opponent's about to set up if it's got the balloon. If it's about to set up, maybe I want to go into Vaporeon. We're a weird mixed defensive set. And I don't really see anything else that Vaporeon wants to take on, so I guess that's what we'll go into. Let's go into Vaporeon. Cascade comes in on the Ice Beam. Doesn't take much damage at all. I guess we'll just break the balloon, go for the Scald. If my opponent wants to send in anything else, that's fine. So I'm just going to go for the Scald. As my opponent sends in the Ditto, maybe thinking I'm Water Absorb, but I'm not. I'm not Water Absorb. I am a Hydration. Just for that Ditto. So that's a good move on my part. Pretty glad I did that, actually. So, I guess all I've got to do is set up a wish and figure out what I want to switch into. So, I guess I might as well heal back the Steelix, even though it didn't lose that much HP. I don't think my opponent's going to want to go into the Magearna right now, so that's what I'll do. As they send a Cryogonal, which is fine. Very much fine. My opponent's probably going to get to land a Rapid Spin on me, or they're scared out, whichever the case. Actually, I'm going to expect the switch into Magearna. I'm going to switch back into Vaporeon right now, expecting Magearna to want to come in. This turns not much. Ice Beam wouldn't do too much damage against me since I am especially defensive. My opponent probably gave the Cryogonal both the Ice Beam and the Freeze Dry in order to hit the Vaporeon. However, I believe that my opponent's good play switching out right now. If they're scared of the... they might be tipped off that I do not have the Iron move because I didn't stay in against the Magearna. If they figured out that I don't have a Steel move, they're definitely switching back into the Mag. I think. If they're not, then my opponent's kind of screwed, and they'll feel like they have to sack the Cryogonal to the Steelix. As I do switch out before, so they have the Ancient Power for some reason. They do manage to get the boost, which is not good. I'm going to hate that right away. Nuh-uh. Nope. Alright, so just set up a wish here on another Ancient Power. So is my opponent trying to just hack me out? I'm just going to go for the haze again. If they freeze dry now, that's an amazing play, but somehow I doubt it. As they switch out into the Magearna, we do reset the stats. I'm not sure what this is going to want to go for. Probably Volt Switch. I'm not really scared of the Volt Switch. Something is going to catch this Scald. As Ditto comes in, takes the rocks, takes the Scald. Do I get the burn? I do not get the burn. Alright. So, do I have anything that wants to come in on the Scald? Honestly, I do have this Latias that doesn't mind it too much. Latias might be pretty good right now, actually. Can't really hit the Magearna, though. So, yeah. Let's figure something out. I think the good play for my opponent now is going for the Wish. So I'm actually going to go into... since I'm especially defensive, I think I want to go into Volcarona, actually. As my opponent wishes. Excellent. And I'm just going to go for a Fury Dance on probably what is going to be the Latias. Let's go. As my opponent double wishes, in order to get that HP back, I do not get the boost. So I'm going to keep going for Fury Dances. Hopefully I manage to fake that I'm Scarfed in some way. So that Magearna doesn't want to come in. Not Magearna, Weavile, after I do any damage at all. If this comes in, though, I have a dedicated switch in the form of Kyojin. So that's A-okay. And Megumi can also come in and do some work. Megumi the Snorlax. So let's think about this. I'm just going to stay in and fight Fury Dance again. as they send in Eon Goddess, the Megaladias. I do land the I do land the special attack buff, so I think my opponent's going to either switch out into the Ditto right now, or stay in, Mega Evolve, and try to side shot me right off the bat. So what I'm going to do to that is just switch out into the Mega Steelix, as my opponent stays in and goes for the Calm Mind. Interesting. So here I'm just going to go for the Dragon Tail, not messing around with this thing. If it has Surf, good prep. But I think Surf was not a priority coverage for my opponent. So let's see. Draco Meteor does not do anything at all. We're going to land that Dragon Tail, do a solid 28% damage on my opponent, which is forced out, fortunately, into the Cryogonal. So this is going to let us go for another Dragon Tail on what is probably going to be a Magearna switch in. Actually, expecting the Magearna again, I'm just going to go back into Vaporeon. As my opponent goes for this Freeze Dry, it does 62% damage, which is a lot. I'm just going to go into Snorlax now. That was a lot. Freeze Dry does nothing because we are thick fat. And this allows us to go for the Brick Break, which will either kill this, break the balloon on the Magearna, super effective hit for super effective damage a Ditto, kill the Weavile, or probably put the Latias in range of the Crunch. So my opponent goes into the Mega Latias. As we go for the Brick Break, I'm Assault Vest and max HP, so I'm not scared of this thing at all. I'm just going to go for the Crunch right now, as they try to recover, but I'm going to be doing 47% damage, not letting this thing recover at all. Let's go for another Crunch, and hopefully we land either the defensive drop or the crit sooner or later. So I'm just going to go for Crunches, as my opponent is going to be healing up like 3% every other turn. 42 this time, so a bit more this time. Heals up again. I go for the Crunch. 45, 44. Yeah, 44.9 is pretty much 45. Let's go for Crunch again, as this seems to be a fairly defensive Latias. At the very least, it's got a solid amount of HP investment, because I am maximum attack. So if my opponent switches out into Magearna right now, this gives me a chance to go for the Earthquake. And yeah, let's go for the Crunch again. Go for the Crunch again. That's 46%. Go for the Crunch again. My opponent is probably trying to win that 50-50. Yeah, no, goes into the Magearna. Goes into the Magearna, so I'm going to be going for the Earthquake on the Ditto. And that's going to do 61% damage. However, I do not land the KO on the... does this Ditto even have HP investment? That's weird. Anyways, what's this thing going to go for? I guess a solid switch would be going into the Latias, but I'm scared she'd go for the Crunch. Then again, I could just go into Tornadus, take whatever hit, and go for the U-turn. I think that's my play. That's what I'm going to do right now. As she does go for the Crunch, which was the smart play. Allows me to go for the U-turn though now. And this Ditto is going to die to the switch into the Stealth Rock, so she's definitely going to stack it right now to my U-turn, which is going to allow me to gain back 30% HP on the Tornadus, which is very good for me. So we're in a very good position right now, as Kyojin manages to take on anything on my opponent's team. So that's the play. We're going into Kyojin. And let's see. Weavile comes in. At this point, my opponent's probably a bit desperate. She's going to go for the low kick, most likely to do as much damage as she can, which is probably going to be between 35 and 40% on the Kyojin. That's fine. I'm just going to go for the Earthquake and land the KO. As they go for the Icicle Crash, so they don't even have the low kick. And we manage to get an easy KO against my opponent. As she now goes into the Trigonal, and I'm thinking this might be my chance to rest and go into Cascade and then go for the Hail Bell in order to just pretend I didn't take any damage at all this game. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I think that's the play. I'm going to rest here, right now, on the Freeze Dry, which does 36. So this thing is Specs, is what I take from this whole ordeal. Since this is Specs, I'm going to switch out into the Snorlax, which takes on everything else on my opponent's team. And this should be good game, but I still don't know what the last moves on the Magearna and the Latias are. As she goes into Latias on my switch to Megumi the Snorlax. We're back into the same game we were before, where she's going to have to go for recovers on my crunches. And sooner or later, this is going to be there's going to be some hacks on my side, and it's going to allow me to win sooner or later. So 45% until she switches out. Doesn't matter when, doesn't matter how. We're just going to keep spamming. She goes for the recover again. That's another 49%. Goes for the crunch. 43. We finally get the defensive drop, so now I'm going to expect my opponent to want to switch out. And I'm going to go for the Earthquake. On the Magearna. That does not KO. But it means that I can go for the Brick Break now and ensure the kill that way. As the Ice Beam does 7% damage, my opponent tries to go for the Freeze, I believe, in order to maybe take one kill off of me, but it's not going to happen. This thing comes in, I can just go for the Brick Break on the Ancient Power, does nothing again. And we're down to her last Pokemon, which is again the Mega Latias, and I can just keep spamming Crunch as I've been doing all this time. Keep spamming Crunch, and it's only a matter of time before we win now. We do get the defensive drop sooner than later this time. Psyshock does 33% damage, and we land the kill for a good old 6-0 against Sarber. Going to share this replay with the team. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you again.